Hello and welcome. I'm Matthew Rollins, and this is my show, The Good Life. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction all the time. And that's the name of the game. So I am getting going, and I find myself when I'm launching a new project and you can tell I'm kind of like I'm pumped to talk about this stuff. Okay, so when I get going with a new project, sometimes I have this immense surge in energy, like I just have to do the thing, and other times I get bogged down. I get caught up on not knowing how to do the things, and I get stuck, and it like freezes me. So a good example with doing the YouTube show, I have a couple pieces of equipment, but like I couldn't really figure out how to use them, and so I just like abandoned ship. I have some friends that are really good with YouTube University. Like they're just, if they want to figure something out, man, they go on YouTube, they study it, and they are wizard. Me, I like to learn in person with someone. I can research it, but it's a little bit clunkier for me. So imperfect action beats perfect inaction every day. Like just getting going, just doing the thing, and having a crappy version, a messy version, but having something in reality is way better than a theory and an idea that you never take action on. And so I try to push myself to go for it. And it doesn't always work. There's times where I have energy and momentum and I just launch off. And there's other times where I just get stuck. So I'll show you the tech that I've got going right now. So I have been filming just on my iPhone. It's like an iPhone 8 Plus. And something I'll have to show you. I have this stand behind me here, behind the camera it's got two lights on it, two circular lights, and then it's got a phone holder. And that's what I've been shooting everything on. And I have this little, it's over there. I have this little like lapel mic for $25 that the receiver plugs into my iPhone, and then I put a little lapel mic on. I got it for $25 on Amazon, and that's what I've been using like just to get going. And it's like, yes, the audio could be better. Yes, the video could be better, but for under $100, I'm rocking and rolling. And it's like, and the fact of doing videos, recording is like, oh, this is fun. This is good. I want to keep doing more of this, and so I want to buy more equipment and level up. But I think sometimes analysis paralysis can hit me for sure. So the equipment that I had bought before using my iPhone, I bought this. It was last year actually. I was going to get going on YouTube's. I was going to get going on the YouTubes. I was going to go on a YouTube show, and so I bought for like under $200. So I bought this guy right here. This guy, boom boom. So it is by Logitech. It's their Blue Series, I believe is what they would call it. So it's the line called Blue, and they have a Yeti and a Yeti Nano. So they have a Yeti and then a small guy. So this is the smaller version. You can see right here, and premium dual pattern USB. So it was like $100, 100 some. And then the challenge was, so I got that, and then what I'm recording with now, and this is actually gonna be my first video using this equipment. So I got it's 1080p. So it's not 4K recording, but I think it's one of the most used webcams ever. Again, it's just a webcam. I don't have fancy like Canon or Sony or Nikon camera. I got this for like, again, under $100, I think. And it's called the C920S Pro HD webcam. And again, it's one of the most used things for recording. So what everyone recommended was using OBS. So again, I have a basic mic, basic camera, and I'm using OBS, which is Open Broadcast System, so it's free. And I'm not super techie, so I was using it, and I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out like how to quite get the settings going, and it just kind of felt overwhelming. So I was like, forget this. So I've spent a few times watching some YouTube tutorials, going into Geek Squad at Best Buy, which I will say, the Geek Squad for like $200 a year, they'll help you with all your tech. Anything you bring in, they'll help you with. They'll come to your home. And so I haven't paid for it yet, but I did get some free help, which was cool. So for a couple $100, rocking and rolling with a decent camera and a decent mic, and there's a ton of settings on OBS that I'm like, I don't even know if the settings are right. I don't know if the audio is optimized or the video is optimized, but what I do know is I'm moving, I'm going, I'm recording. And so it's like, let's get going. Because there's this thing about speed when you get going and you start making progress and you start getting some of that positive feedback loop. It's like, this is pretty good. So that's what I've learned is that there's something about getting going, about obliterating obstacles. And if something's an obstacle, moving around it as quick as possible. And again, I'm living proof that sometimes I am possessed in a good way by something and I'm just like obsessed and I've got to do it. And I just like plow through. And other times I get tripped up. And so I don't think anything is a perfect linear progression, whether you're starting a business or making progress or anything. I think it's like, up and down and around, or like, hey, up, and then you plateau, and then you make some progress, and then you backtrack a little bit. So, yeah, so it's fun. So leaning in, and again, I've recorded probably 75 videos on this, and so I'm like, all right, I've got some confidence. Why don't I lean back into this tech, see if I can link this stuff up and get going. So here goes. This one may have some black spaces on the side. I couldn't totally figure out how to get it to fill the screen. So imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. So I want to encourage you, if you've got a dream, if you've got something you want to do, maybe you want to learn pottery or dance, or you want to quit your job, or you want to ask that guy or girl out, like, just go for it. It's going to be messy. It's going to be imperfect, but that momentum is going to take you places. Okay. That was the first part, the tech part. It's kind of fun to show you. So if you're starting a YouTube show, I want to know, like, what tech are you using? Or maybe you're like, adjusting my chair. Maybe you're a couple years into it, and I would be like super fascinated. Like, leave me a comment. Let me know like what gear you use, what mic, what software, what cameras, what if you're using lighting. I'm all about like the biggest, like where quality and time meet. Like, I don't want something that's super complex. I want as simple as possible with as high quality as possible. So that's my sweet spot, where time, money, and quality meet. Okay. Also want to talk about coaching for myself. So I just went all in on this business coaching program that I am a student of, and I'm pumped. It's Myron Golden. He's a wizard. He brilliant thinker. He's one of the best public speakers I've ever heard live before. And so I went and I saw him at this event called ClickFunnels. Not called ClickFunnels, it's called Funnel Hacking Live. And I saw him live in 2020 in Nashville, Tennessee. And then I saw him again live in 2021 in somewhere in Florida. And this was like pandemic, so I was wearing a mask. It was not fun. But he is a really articulate, he's just one of the best public speakers I've ever heard. He has a brilliant mind for sales and marketing and the art of sales, the science of sales, and persuasion and communication, and how to create and scale a business. So locking in with him for a year. It's the most money I've ever spent on anything, and I was definitely sweating bullets. But there's something powerful about, like, man, Tony Robbins talks about this too, about modeling. When you want to do something, find someone who's doing it and then model what works and learn from them. And so sometimes you just got to go for it. You got to go all in. You got to model what is working, and you got to find someone that has what you want, that's doing what you want to do, and you got to pay them what they want you to pay them, and then to learn the skill set. So I'm pumped for that. Just finished wiring the funds to him today, and so I'll kind of keep you updated on my coaching, on the coaching experience there. I have benefited myself from coaches and therapists and counselors and mentors and advisors and elders in my life, speaking into my life and giving me feedback, giving me wisdom. So I think it's super important to find a tribe and to find people that can give you wisdom. Okay. Also, Myron had, I just went through like a week-long challenge workshop with him, where he there's daily challenges, activities you have to do on how to grow your business, and how to find your dream clients, and And he had a recommended reading list. So I just dropped like $300 or $400 in the last week and bought like 20, 30 books. So this is one of his books that I just bought, From the Trash Man to the Cash Man: How Anyone Can Get Rich Starting from Anywhere. You might ask, why do you want to be rich? Well, I don't want to be poor. So there's that. So remove what you don't want and embrace what is left. So if I've removed poverty from my life, the only thing left in that circle is riches. So gonna read this shorter book, but yeah, he started off making like $6.25 an hour working as a garbage man, and now he's a millionaire. And so learn from those that have done the thing. So I've got a stack of books. So I think I'm gonna start doing a book club. So I'm gonna read a book, and then I'll. So if you want to read along with me, leave me a comment as well. If you are like, yo, I want to be in the book club, I want to read books on business. All of it's around like business psychology, marketing, advertising, sales, business systems, mindsets, that kind of thing. So if you want to be a part of a book club and read a book with me, let me know. Leave me a comment, and I will start letting you guys know what book I'm reading. And then I will do I could do like a video summary of it. We could even do like a Facebook Live or a Zoom Live and record that. So just reading book, it's so important. I do a lot of audio podcasts and books, but leaning into physical books and then ramping up again Audible and listening to audiobooks. Also, if you want to listen to audiobooks, there's a free app called Libby. You can connect your library card to it, and then you can get a whole bunch of free audiobooks, which is super cool. So I do that as well. Fiction, nonfiction. You also can do ebooks, which I'm not a big fan of. But so that's what I have for you so far. The tech that I'm getting into, the coaching program that I'm in. And if you're in a place, the things that I think are so important in business are your belief, your unstoppable confidence and belief that you can do the thing that you were called to do, and then the vision of where you're going, and it's like the proverb that says, without vision the people perish. And then having a clear, compelling vision, and then the inspiration, that energy, that dynamic internal fire to go get it. So those are the things that I am passionate about. And so if you're a business owner and you're stuck and you've made progress and you've built a business, but you're at a point where you're like, man, I've gotten beat down, kind of lost the fire, I've kind of lost my inspiration, my energy. I have kind of lost the belief that this will work, that I can do this, and I've kind of lost my vision. Like, reach out to me. Shoot me an email. It's matthewrollins.inc@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I would love to see if we'd be a good fit to work together, because that's my wheelhouse. That's my wheelhouse, igniting inspiration and internal belief and fire and cultivating this compelling vision of the future. That's my jam. So that's a brief little plug. But anyway, sending love to you guys. If you're watching this, may you prosper and abound, and I'll see you next time.